Alright, today's December 19, 2025. The time is about 2:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Luis. I am located in the United States, the state of Florida, the great state of Florida, Ormond Beach City. And, and my wife is behind the camera filming. She mentioned a comment about I'm using the clothes every day for the videos, but I just show you the reality of my home. You know what I have in that moment, and show you the telescope, which is the important thing, not my clothing. What do you have to say?
No, I was just laughing at you. Like every other step, you're coming closer and closer and closer.
All right, so today's topic, I'm gonna assemble I'm gonna attempt one person assembly on the Celestron CGX-L tripod and mount with the Celestron 11-inch C11 XLT OTA or optical tube assembly, including other accessories. So that's what I'm gonna attempt to do now. Let's start. Very important, I'm using knee pads. It does really help.
You could probably put your foot on that thing in the middle to push the feet down.
The reason I don't want to do it because I don't know if I'm going to damage anything. They
Okay.
say Celestron to go one leg at a time, just like I was doing.
I would push it down now to make sure you lock it.
Now I need you close here. Need you close here? Pay attention on this area here.
Hold on, because I had zoomed in.
On these corners here, if you see this corner is close to the tripod leg, this one is almost touching, and here you got a big gap. The way you fix that, you're using the screw underneath, slowly but surely, adjusting slowly, and you're gonna see that it's gonna start adjusting, especially this area here. You see it?
Yeah. I mean, all it's doing is picking it up.
Exactly, but it's getting into it because it was off. This part was off, so it's getting inside.
Huh.
And that's normal. I just want to show you that.
There's supposed to be a gap?
No. There we go.
There, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm adjusting too. There's a little.
You're going to end up calling some birds over here.
I think this is good. All right. Now, if you pay attention to the level here, Celestron said there's no critical, but still the bubble in there. The only thing you have to do, keep that bubble in the middle. Okay, you see it? And then
Yeah, so you need to go down on that some.
and then over here you adjust the level by adjusting the legs. Right now
No.
it's gonna be,
Look, stop. This one needs to go down some.
yeah, don't worry about that. I got that part. Film this part is important, please. Okay, like I was saying, I'm testing which leg I need to raise. these two legs. That's what I was looking for. Little adjustments. Probably that's too much.
A lot. That's way too much.
How smooth this go down?
Nope, go down.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't need to film it. I got it. Film. Yep.
Well, I was gonna watch this and tell you when you got it.
No. I want to do it on my own. I'm gonna be doing this by my own.
All right.
All right.
Go. Continue.
I'm thinking what's the next part. Okay, I'm adjusting the legs to level the tripod. See how easy? The legs are very smooth and easy to adjust. Look at that smooth goes. Very smooth and easy. Get in there. And now, since they are level, I'm adjusting a little bit. Do not press too hard. It's not necessary. You might be able to damage the screws. Now you can see the bubble. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that's enough there. The tripod has been leveled. The next part, I'm gonna orient the, come here please. The level has to be, if you live in the upper hemisphere, the level has to face south. So if you see the level is facing south right now, and then this line here has to face north.
You should have done that before leveling it.
No, it's okay. Now what I need to do, actually it's already south. What I need to do now, I'm gonna orient the telescope north using a electronic compass, iPhone. I might be overdoing it, but I always do this. The other way, okay. This is north, so I'm just guessing as much as I can here. And now, I'm gonna level it by moving the tripod. 0 is 0. And I'm gonna check the bubble. Yeah, bubble is fine. If you see the bubble is still underneath,
Yep.
I lost it underneath.
Yep.
Did you see it with the camera? There we go. There we go. And here, I don't know if you filmed this.
I did.
You did? Okay, so it's already north. Okay, here, if you come around, once the mount is installed, there's 3 screws that I need to install here, north, one west, and the other one is east. So as you see the hole here, if you can see with the camera,
Yes.
I'm gonna rotate the mount and you see the hole there?
Yep.
There we go. This is the screw. The screw has I don't know if it's a plastic washer and then a metal washer.
Probably rubber.
Rubber. Goes in the north. Did you film when I was talking about the screws and the hole?
Yeah.
All right. And since I am kind of picky, I'm picking up each screw. I'm always not gonna use this one in west. I'm always gonna use the same screw in the east and the north. Always the same screw.
And how do you know?
Because I pay attention and I put it. I just paying attention where to put it. Next time I'm gonna put a marker and do some writing. Easy here, very easy. This is the hardest one, I think, the west one.
If there's an issue with the screw, you might want to let them know so they can replace it.
No, it's not the issue. The screw is me.
If that's the only one that you ever have a problem with, do you have a problem if it's the first one you put in?
No, I don't have a problem with any. It's just like
You just said this is the one you always have a problem with.
I get impatient. There we go.
Even finely machined items can have a defect, and one little defect could be a problem. So if there's an issue with it, you need to let them know. Something could be threaded improperly. I see a mark on the thread right there in the middle. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to move it. That's for the reason. That's why I didn't adjust it all the way in. There we go. Yeah, it was about moving the mount a little bit. Last check. Do not press too hard. Just normal hand, how you call torque?
Hand tighten.
Hand tighten. Alright, the next part is the weight. The rod and both weights. Each weight weighs 22 pounds. Alright, before I put the rod and the weights, I have to lose the RA axis, which is this one. Leave
Right
it loose.
ascension.
The right ascension axis. I'm gonna leave it loose, not tight, not clutch tight, just loose, which is loose. I'll be back now. Leave it recording. And I have a note for that. I think the reason they say to leave it unlocked is because so you don't damage the thread while you inserting it. It needs to, you get that.
Well, no, it's so that when you put that on there, if it, let's say it's not perfectly straight, if it's like this and it's locked, you're going to be pushing against the gears.
There we go.
You keep it unlocked until you have all your weights on, your weight, including your scope.
Correct. And if you get a close look here, I got a mark with a marker here, so I know the limit on the weight and stop there, including this side here.
One.
And the second one there.
And the second one there.
So the next, that's 122 pound coming. And the weights, they feel pretty comfortable. And never forget the screw over here, especially when you have pets. If you got pets, lock it.
And why is that screw there?
To prevent the weight fall. In case it fall for some reason, it prevents you to hurt your pet. Not your feet, your pet.
What about your children?
Very, very well done, including your children. Well said, Carrie. Love you.
Love you.
Now that the weights are installed, since I'm picky, I got this, how you call this, knob? This knob pointing west, and this one pointing north. Why? In the past telescopes, the CGM2, that makes a difference on the balance. So I'm assuming it's the same on this one. That's the reason. I might be wrong, I don't know yet. And now it's time for the clutch. In this time, the right ascension axis
Don't lock it.
It's not locked.
Don't lock it.
No, now I need to lock it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, once it's there, you need to lock it, because when I put the weight of the telescope, that stuff is gonna start going haywire.
Say so.
That's the purpose of the clutch.
I think you're not supposed to lock until all the weight's on, but okay. Maybe. I guess because it's aimed down. All right, go ahead.
It's aimed down, and the manual doesn't say that.
Okay.
Now, a note on the clutches. When it's unlocked, the level is down or hitting this way, like that. On the declination axis, it's the opposite. The level is down to unlock the declination axis. Now the declination axis needs to be locked. Both are the way. It locks in the opposite way, and they both unlocked going this way. Alright, now I'm gonna pick up, this is the third hardest part. The first harder part is to put the tripod on, because it weighs about 40 pounds and so. The second hardest part is the mount, which weighs about 53 pounds. And now I'm gonna take my telescope that weighs 41 pounds, including all the accessories. That's the third part. And I'm gonna put it on my own, see how that works. And if you come to this, oh, actually no, you can tell that I marked with a black tape, so I can level as close as I can this edge of the tape with the edge of here, as close as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. And the reason is because that's the way. Also, the reason I mark the weights, because that's the reason the telescope is as balanced as possible already. Now I'm gonna do the testing of the balance. Let me verify the tighten here. Pretty good. One more comment. This knob here helps in case the telescope slides down. This will stop it in an emergency case.
What goes on top there?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, before I balance, let me put a bin. Good idea. I'm gonna pick up now my StarSense auto guider. Okay, this time I'll show you how to install the tripod. I'll show you how to install the mount, and I'll show you how to install the OTA with the accessories. I still owe you the StarSense auto guider. A power cable. This is the pole master. Right there you see a adapter. The adapter is a 3D printer adapter to connect the pole master. It costs about $48. Those are the cables for the pole master. Then you can take it out after you align your scope.
Okay.
Right there is the next star hand controller.
Where does it plug? There's your.
It connects to the auxiliary 1 in the
Well, where does it
CGX-L
plug? Right here.
mount. Auxiliary 1. Then you have the controller, Celestron Smart Duty and Power Controller for X. I connect that one in this leg pointing south in my situation because I live in the north hemisphere. And it's very
You're in
easy,
the wrong
just
one.
strap that one there. It has a Velcro.
That keeps it nice and secure.
Now the next part, the next cables will be the AC cables for the 4X controller and the mount. So the one is the Pegasus power cable that connects to the Smart Do Heater power controller. And it has a end there, it's called the XT60 plug, the yellow plug that connects to the Smart Do Heater power controller 4X. Right there you can see how it connects. That's the way I had it set up. Now the next one is the Celestron 5-amp AC adapter, and you connect it right there. Very careful, don't tie it too hard. Just be gentle when you connect it. And right there is the auxiliary 1 and controller cable, auxiliary 1 in the CGX-L mount. The next part is the StarSense auto guider. I got 4 cables bundled together, tape. The 4 cables, 2 pairs at a time tape, and then the other 2 pair, and then I put all 4 together. But right there you can see the first one is the that's the right there. I'm just connecting the StarSense auto guider. Don't press too hard. Now there's 4 cables: USB Charlie cable, USB C. The other one is a thermistor and the power strap cable, and the ST4 cable right there. Those 4 cables. Those are the ends of those 4 cables. One is the ST4 cable connected to the auxiliary 2 on the mount. That's one. The other cable is the actual USB that comes from the USB-C at the top. It's an L shape, and that end is not an L shape. Connected to the power controller, the USB 3 on the power controller. The next cable from the StarSense auto guider is the The next ones are the thermistor and the power connector for the strap, the heating strap. Or heating band. I use the channel 2, the Do Heater channel 2, to connect the thermistor first, which is a sensor, and then the heating band Orion power cable. Now the other cables, that big jungle, big bundle there, that's a printer cable that goes from the mount to the computer. Right there from the mount to the computer. The other cable goes from the Smart Do Heater controller where it says PC to the computer. There's another USB cable there. Alright, at this time, hopefully the audio is gonna work. This cable here, can you focus on it? Let me know.
Okay.
This is the camera cable. Can you read it?
Power 5521.
Yeah. This cable goes from the camera. I'm using an SV605 monochrome camera, MC. And it works nice with this camera. You cannot use this with a ZWO. For the ZWO, use the regular power AC cable, because for some reason it doesn't work well. But with this camera it's fine. So this is the power, goes here, it says power. And then you go to the 4X controller. Over here, you got 4 inputs. I put the cable around the handle here, and I use channel 2. And there's power there for the camera. The next cable is the camera cable. You'll see the specifications underneath when I edit the video. It goes from the camera, USB 3.0, to the 4X controller, and I put it in the USB 1. The next cable, you'll see the specifications in the video. It goes from the focus motor, the middle input, there, go to the 4X controller, the USB 2 port. Let me disconnect the camera. Focus motor USB 2 port, and the camera USB 1. And the last cable is the thermistor and power cable for the 11-inch heater ring. The heater ring is inserted inside to warm up the corrector plate. But as you see, power connector and thermistor. I'm not using camera. So power connector. Let me get a tool. Way back. Sometimes you're gonna see the cable inserted, that happens, but you just use a pliers, needle pliers. Be careful. Pull it back.
Why don't you just go from the front?
From the front.
My theory on this, rather than using the needle nose pliers to go in that way, because you see that little pin there? If you accidentally grab that pin and the edge, you could damage the connector.
So rather pick it up like here.
No, my theory was actually take the cover off the front and stick your hand in to push it down there from the inside. It all depends.
And now I'm taking the thermistor. Thermistor is easier.
I also have another idea. When you're not doing anything, you could tie a little string around each one so you could pull it back this way instead of grabbing it with needle nose pliers.
Good idea.
That way you don't get it, you know, if it backs in there some, it's not a problem.
And now I'm gonna connect the power connector and the thermistor to the 4X controller in the other side, where it reads do heater 1. So what we were saying, so you understand, the cable here from the heater ring, I got an option to go all the way around the 4X or through the tripod. I'm gonna go through the tripod for now, so you got enough room when the declination and RA axis are moving. And you connect it to the dew heater number 1. So we finished to install all the cables. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna pick up my laptop. Alright, so this is the end of one person assembly on the Celestron CGX-L tripod and mount, including the OTA Optical Tube Assembly 11-inch A-XLT model, aluminum dish shield, StarSense auto guider, finder scope in the other side. I have a controller, smart dew heater controller, focus motor, and the image train. Let's talk about the image train real quick. Come here. All right, like I mentioned again, this is the finder scope, StarSense auto guider, focus motor. Now in the image train, I'm gonna leave it this configuration. The original focal ratio of this 11-inch telescope is f10. When you add a focal reducer, it's gonna change. The focal reducer is this lens here. It's gonna change the focal ratio from f10 to f6.3, and I'm gonna leave it like that, permanent. I got the SCT to 2-inch adapter Celestron right here. I got an SB Bunny filter drawer that you can connect a 2-inch filter and or a 1.25 filter. You got those two options. Excellent for my situation. The only thing you need to do is pull. It's magnetic. You pull it. I'm not gonna do it now because it's dusty, and it's a very, very handy tool. And then I have the SB Bunny 605 SV 605 monochrome camera NC, and this is my image train. And this concludes the one-person assembly on the CGX-L and 11-inch OTA. Thank you.